Hi friends, welcome to Learn Code with Saurabh. Today I am going to solve a program. Check if a list contains a sublist using the Java TestStream API. So for example, we will take some simple input like having the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And second, we will get that sublist from that input. And so here having that input value like 3, 4, 5. So here we need to find that it's matching the sub list or not. If matching, that time we will get that contains sublist as a true. If it's not matching, that time we will get as a false. So now I'm going to write this logic of this program, and I open the IntelliJ and created a class here, check contains sublist, and giving the program number. It's having that program number 44, and I just mentioned here the question. So now here I'm just going to create the main method here, and let's we will get the output. So according to the program, we need to create a two list. For example, first list, which is a main list, and second is the sub list. So here we need to create, and you can see the type that of the list, it's integer. So here I will keep it integer, and I will use here like list, and I will use to creating the list. So I will use here the array class, and in this array we will get the utility method as list. So I created here list, and now I'm going to initialize this list. So having the value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 according to the sample input. And now I'm going to import this list interface. So here just clicking on the import class, and so I just taken that main list, and now I'm going to take that input for the sublist. So I just going to create the same type of that list. So I will keep it integer, and I will use here sub list, and similarly I will create here arrays dot h list, and in this list we will pass here like the value 3, 4, and 5. So now we are going to do the process, and we will get that result like either true. So we need to create here boolean value. So here I will use like a contain, or we can write we can keep it flag. So I will keep this contain. So now friend, we have to take that operation, do the operation from the by using the list. So I will use here list, but before that we need to think like that what we are going to do here. So I will break here. So if you see here that I have that list. So in this list having that 6 value from 1 to 6, and now we have to match. So firstly we need to check that having that list 1, 2, 3, and so why we are, because we are containing the sublist only the three numbers. So we need to check the first 1, 2, 3. So I will get here. So before that doing that process, so I will get the first value here as a list, and then we will create here like a second list. So I will get here the containing that 2, 3, 4, and similarly we will get here like that 3, 4, 5. So now we are going to do this way like 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 having that, and 2, 3. So first if you see here that it will starting the index 1, this means first value, then second second sublist it will increasing the value, and also if you see the end having that increases the value 3, 4, 5 similarly. So according to that simple input, so 3, 4, 5, and here we will get the list like a sublist 3, 4, 5. So now we have to do the process by using that Java 8. So firstly we need to create that list, but before that we need to think like that if here we need to do that Java TestStream API. So let's here I will use like that one method range close. So we will get here like that int stream, from the int stream. So in this int stream interface we will get that method here like that range close. So in this interface we will get here that range close method. In this range close method we need to pass two parameter, a start inclusive and inclusive. That means you need to pass the start value and end value, and then it will create the list, create the sublist here. So now I'm going to use this method, and here we need to pass that. So here having the start inclusive, so firstly I need to pass here the index value. So my index will be 0, so it will take that first value. And for the second or inclusive, like that int value. So in this int value, for we will get, how we will get like that. So you can see here I have the list, and in this list we will get the size. So it will give that size, it will give that value of the integer of the size. So you can see here that it will give that like 6, having that 6 number of elements, so it will get that give that 6 value. And then if you see here the sublist, so here having the sublist 346, and I just created here sublist. So I will get that size of the sublist here. And so friend, if you see here that it's starting the 0, and here if you see the 6 minus, and having that size of the sublist 3. So 6 minus 3, that means my sublist will be always it will containing that 3 value. So I just fix here, and now we will comparing here like that any match. In this method we need to pass like that here any match. So if you see that any match, so returns whether any element or stream match the provided the predict, may not evaluate the predict on all elements if not necessary for determine the result. If the stream is empty, the false return and predict is not evaluated. So friend, we need to pass here the predict. So I will use here the lambda expression. So just I use here that I, and I will just use here that list. And in this list we are going to call to sublist here. So in this sublist method we need to pass two value, and a start value and end value. So I will just use here the start value. So in this start value I will keep like that array, that means first value here, and then for the second value, so I will add at the beginning of that sublist here. So I just use here sublist dot size, and then we will calculate here, then we will going to here use the equals method to compare this sublist with that original list. So I just use here that equals, and now I just going to use here that semicolon to terminate this line. And now I'm going to just print this value. So I will use here system.out.println, and in this println, so in this println we going to give the sub message here like contain sublist, and just giving that colon, and just print here that contain method. So friend, if you see here I just use the enter stream, and it will generate that stream here like that enter stream, so integer of a stream. And in this stream we called here like that range clause. In this range clause we passed here that two value here, that means two parameters. So it's having the start value. So if you see here the start value is that 1, and so it's passing the index actually. So we know that array having that starting index is 0. So I just pass here 0, and then list dot size minus sublist. So here just means here just containing that size. So according to that question, so having that question according that sample sublist input like 3, so it will give that result 6 minus 3 is 3, and any match, so it will if match, that time it will return the value, otherwise sorry, it will return the true, and if not match, that time it will return. So here we need to pass like comparing. So I will just comparing with that equals method here, and list dot sublist, and friend, if you see here, and just comparing here sublist, and just passing here that two parameters, a start value and then index value of that list. It will contain, it will extract the value from the original list, and then it will compare with that my input list. So now I'm going to just run this class. So let's see result, and so friend, I got the result here contains sublist true. And for example, if we will take like that for having that, so if you see here that 3 4 5 6, and now I'm going to run here. So we got the false. So actually here we got that false. Why? Actually we don't have that sublist, if you see here that. And now I just going the keeping the 6 here. So now I'm going to run. So friend, if you can see here that I got the result as a true, because it is containing into that main list. Thank you friend, I will post the code, and now I'm just going to delete here that value. So I will post the code in the Git repository, and I will mention the link in this description of this video. And thank you friends. Thank you friend for your time, and for watching this video. Explore the community tab, and participate in Java full stack MCQ question with solution. Join our WhatsApp group and Telegram group for the latest update. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.